How's it going, guys? Josh here, and welcome back to the second episode of the Pez Project. Now, thank you very much for all the support and all the views on the first episode. If you did miss that first episode, there will be a playlist links down below. You'll be able to watch the first episode and catch up with where we are now. But obviously, we're back today with the second episode, and I'm just going to go over a few little things. Obviously, this is being done post-commentary, so it's not, like I say, being done live at the time like the first episode. Now, you can see that we have set up a second team on here, and you'll see from the previous results that we'd also been sending them into some simulated matches, as well as playing some of our own matches, just to gain some fitness back on the players that we have. Now, you can see on the screen, I did open an agent before this. It was just a basic agent I got for winning a game, and it gave me a silver 67 rated. Nothing absolutely out of the blue. It's just something to obviously give you guys an idea of what I'm doing. So now what I want to do is I'm sending this second team basically to give fitness back to my first team, as you can see on screen. Sending them into, like I say, the simulated games manages to get the fitness on my main team back up, and it also manages to get me a few thousand, I believe they're called GP, and they are almost like the coin balance on the game back up. So now it's a little bit hard for me just because I'm not personally a PES player as per se. I just play it sort of in my spare time. This isn't something I've been playing constantly over the last the last few years. It is just something I am playing right now, and it is something that I am really enjoying, but it's still something I do really need to learn on, because I am obviously quite behind. I haven't played this game too much, and I especially haven't played it thoroughly, and since probably PES 6 or even earlier than that, maybe. Obviously, like I say, this is the first year I've been playing it majorly. Now, you would have seen, obviously, in the last episode, we did get a few good pulls, and like I say, if you did miss them, go back and watch that, because I'm going to explain a bit about them. And obviously, so far, we have, obviously, Maradona, we get Beckham, we've got two versions of Neymar, which you may see in the title of this one, that something does happen that is somewhat annoying at the same time as being pretty good. And we have a few half-decent players. We're not doing too bad currently. Obviously, we have quite a good team. Now, obviously, I don't have one of those top-end teams that you'll see some of the bigger YouTubers having, because they are putting money into the game. Now, I don't overly want to put money into this game, especially with FIFA coming up so soon, and I'm not sure how much I'm going to want to play this when FIFA does come out. But I might choose to put this up a little bit longer and have, like I say, an ongoing series of this that maybe I upload once or twice a week alongside a normal FIFA series. If that's something you guys do want to see, be sure to leave that in the comments down below, or just tweet me. Like I say, my Twitter handle is down in the actual description, or if not, just at Tracy's Troopers. You can just send that to me. Obviously, let me know what you think. I am still looking for a badge for my current kit. I'm still just using the basic text of Tracy's Troopers for my current badge. So if you guys are still coming up with a badge, that'd be absolutely fantastic. I could use that absolutely thoroughly. In this episode, you are going to see me play my first online game, and it doesn't go quite as well as I wanted it to, but obviously we'll come to that a little bit later on. We are just opening some of the basic agents currently on screen. Then there isn't anybody major in there. We are just getting some pretty average cards. I think a lot of them are just white balls, although we do have the chance to get some other higher rated. But like I say, these are just going to be players that go into the reserve team. When their contracts run out, they'll be used as XP trainers for some of my higher rateds, especially the likes of Titi, who's a level 1. He could go up to, I believe, at level 30, he's an 87. Obviously, currently in the squad, I think we've got him at a 79, 80 rated. So we're going to use these players up and obviously throw them into players like himself, because that XP is going to grow him very quickly. So, like I say, you see that we've used up all of our agents so far. Again, they're going to be like rotation things more than anything, and I'm not really planning on using them. You can see that in the top right-hand corner, though, I do have extra points that I got from just using some of the doing some of the extra objectives that you need to do, and this allowed me to buy my third and final team of the week, or player of the week card, as per se. Now, we open it up, I see that we do get France being the nation, and I thought, obviously, we'll go back to the league, and there's a good few different players in here. PSG comes up, and it just so happens to be the same person we packed twice in the last episode. Obviously, originally I spoke about it and said I wondered if it was quite a surprising thing to manage to get a Neymar so early. Somehow we've packed him 3 times. So now we do have 2 duplicates of him. I could throw all 3 duplicates in, but that's not worth it because I just lose out on my Neymar. So I'm currently using one in my main squad, and he is going to be my main one that I keep hold of. And I'm also using one in like a second team, and I'll continue to use him there until he runs out, and I'll use the other one, and I'll just keep backing and forth in between those 2. It's a little bit annoying though, because obviously a lot of other players have a lot of good cards. And I am missing out on these cards now. I'm not getting the people who are as good. Obviously, I could have used a Bamba, I could have used a Mendy. Obviously, both from the French League would have been great. Now, I didn't show you the gameplay for this game because it was a com game. It wasn't anything great. I run with my normal team, went into the game and lost a last-minute goal to Mbappe against PSG. Wasn't anything great. I believe it was for one of the gold or black ball tournaments, and obviously it was something I wanted to try out. Obviously, I'm not the greatest of players, and it is something that I am trying to work on. Now, what I'm planning on doing is potentially putting up a live game of me playing, maybe online, maybe it would be offline. I don't know which one you'd rather see, and maybe if you guys do play PES, you could let me know where I'm going wrong, what I can do to change it, and what I can do better. So you can see that was for the Gold Ball Elite Challenge. I was going for one of the higher rated cards, and alright, I believe the difficulty is a little bit higher, and I am getting better and better, so hopefully I can go back into that and get these gold cards, and I believe there's also a black ball one too. We decided to go into the first trial. Now, I thought this was single player. It wasn't. It was online. And we did find our first opponent. Now, this opponent also had a pretty bad record for his start. I wasn't 100% sure that he was going to be brilliant or not. I couldn't try. I did throw a second team out there because obviously I didn't think it was going to be an online game. And we just so happened to come up against an online opponent. Right now, I'm going to tell you we did get completely smashed. This is because I haven't played any online at all. This is my first online game, and it probably wasn't the best option to go into. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not great at defending. That's probably my worst thing. I had a lot of decent chances, although I don't put them in this video. I had a good few chances, and unfortunately, I just couldn't stick any of them away. Now, my keeper being really low rated, this guy hit 6 shots on target and scored all 6 of them. I'm not surprised at all. I think he's in the 40s, and he is a player that I definitely need to look at replacing in the long run. Now, I know you can buy the straight up goalkeeper ones, the straight up goalkeeper agents, as per se, which are very good. However, it just gives you 3 goalies. I'm not going to need 3 goalies. I just need the one, and I might get a rubbish one out of that. So I think I'm going to go for the collection box, use those sort of players, and potentially try and get the really good ones out of that. Now, I know it's going to be a little bit harder because I'm not always going to get a goalkeeper, but over time we should get a goalkeeper, if not, like I say, a half decent one eventually. Now, you will see something on the screen that I picked up on that I'm not 100% sure on. I think they're like tactical presets you can have before the game. But if you look at the guy's player bar at the bottom left, he has 2 red triangles. And I believe this is something to do with the tactics on the game. Again, I'm quite new to this, so I don't overly know what it's all about. But he has that on there. I didn't know what it was. I don't know how to change it myself. And I don't know how to press that bar up next to it, because I've seen people have it really high, really low, and it's different colours. I don't 100% know with that one, but I think that's something you guys could explain to me perhaps, and I could learn on. But you can see we did have a few decent chances, but unfortunately just couldn't get a goal. He had Karius in there, obviously a decent goalkeeper. He also had Manolas at the back. He had a half decent team, and obviously I didn't throw my best team out there, which probably hindered me just a little bit. And unfortunately, it's something I need to learn from, because I didn't realise it was an online match. We do get the 10,000 GP because you get it for just playing anyway, which is really good, because it's something we need to build up, especially for contracts and other bits. Now, I believe I do go back into another com game here. I think this is quite an easy one. It's just against Boca Juniors or something. And I can't remember if it's for a tournament. I believe it might be, and it might be the silver one. Hence why I tried it out, because obviously we failed with the gold one. You can see we are going to be using the second kit here. So this isn't our normal kit. This is the second one. And we also got a third one on there you might have seen on screen too. So the selection of 3 kits is quite nice. I quite like the colours. I've gone for orange and black. I was in between that and obviously like a purpley colour, so purple and black, purple and white. Quite like the idea of that, but we went for orange in the end. Obviously, we do win that game 3-2 after extra time, so we are burning into the fitness at this point, which isn't great. So I am rotating the team quite a bit at the moment, especially with the likes of David Beckham, who runs out of fitness absolutely ridiculously quick. And I can't really afford to keep him on the pitch all game. He ends up coming off most of the time for some very average sort of players. I'm bringing on like 49s to 50 rated, so nothing major at the moment. You can definitely see it's squad depth. That's something I need to improve on as well. Whether or not it's just getting some 70-odd rateds for the bench, or even some higher rateds for the starting lineup, and then swapping them over in game. I'm not 100% sure at the moment, so I don't really know 100% how to go about it. If you have any ideas down below that you want me to try out, I can give that a go. Obviously, at the moment, I'm sort of almost winging it and trying to see how other people are doing it, because personally, I'm not the greatest at this game, and I am still trying to learn. I think, hopefully, obviously, time is going to help that, and hopefully we will get a little bit better at it. We do get a 4-star scout here, And I thought, oh, maybe this is a higher chance of getting a decent player, someone maybe in the 70s. You'll see here when we put the scout in, the highest you can get is an 84 rated Falcao, and it does go down a little bit. I was hoping this was going to be good, but we do somehow end up getting a rubbish player. I believe it's a white ball, and I think he's from Sao Paulo, if I remember. He wasn't anything brilliant. He is the Brazilian from Sao Paulo. He wasn't great at all, but he's another player to add to the fitness squad. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video and you do want to see some more of this pairs, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time.